Alright. So, this is the other curse submission here from Abel. And yeah, it looks pretty awful. I mean, this is a combo I always forget about it because, like, Sentient Plinks comes to mind as like the worst Sentient combo, but Dregs definitely gives it a run for its money. Dregs secondary just always sucks, but it especially sucks here. I think, honestly, I would mostly, I suppose, rather have Plink secondary than Dregs in most cases. It's definitely better for the rings 1 through 3 to have Plinks usually. And I don't really think if you basically I don't think Remnant banners are that good if you don't hit, say, Paraffin Enforcer or the rares. It's not quite as bad as Umbra, but it's just sad. There's a lot of them I don't like. So we already have the worst bosses imaginable. I mean, other than Daedalus, but yeah. And the starters aren't even that good. I've started to not like Molten Encasement that much. I think it's like only good in certain combos. I don't know that this is one of them. It could be. It could be good in this combo, but say... I mean, I suppose, even though I don't like spikes that much, I would definitely prefer to see spikes here, since there's these double Scourge bosses. But you know, say we have... If there's no spikes, then obviously we just go Cultivate, because in this combo I just don't see any reason to do Restore variant Sentient. And with Cultivate, I mean, if you're going to actually use the champ, there's obviously no reason to have Molten Encasement, and Wild Custodian is basically useless. Sting is okay. Into Diligent, it's okay early. Then it's just okay. There's nothing great about it. Alright, no spikes, of course. I never get spikes when I actually want to go it. It's actually just disgusting that it never happens. Is there any reason to go Explosive? Not really. We don't have any additional heal. Just do Cultivating. I just really hate starting Cultivating. I mean, here's the thing. They're horrible with Dregs, much like they're horrible with Shade Splitters, or Morsels in general, so obviously it's horrible with the Molten Encasement. It's only so-so with the Restores. It's just not much for it. I mean, if we ever gonna have a horrible start here, I may even want to consider the rare skip of the Divine Boons. Especially considering we basically got stuff that isn't even gonna help us at all during one. I mean, I'll definitely take the Memorial Fund here. I do have the 2 tombs, but if you're not Umbra and you're not Hellhorn, there's just no reason to need this extra Ember. They're the only real clans that are gonna, on average, benefit from that. That's why I don't really like a lot of the Melting Remnant stuff. Like, I don't like Encased Ember, because it doesn't interact with anything within the clan. And it also, same story for Memories That Melted, it doesn't make sense in this clan at all. Just like Wilting Sapwood does not make sense in Awoken at all. Wilting Sapwood I could see myself taking with Umbra or Hellhorn sometimes. But it's just so rare that you'd find a Sapwood and be paired with those clans and actually want it. Like, all of that together just never happens. It's a Memorial Fund though, pretty obvious. I could even argue, since I'm getting extra money, I don't need this Boons. Remnant, Awoken, Remnant, that kind of sucks. It's possible we're not going to see one of the big 3, which would suck. And we just get stuck with, like, maybe bad Remnant units. I'm gonna not take that. And obviously it's by easily hands down the worst fight you can get for dregs, and not only that, it's by far the worst trial you can get for dregs, but at least we got the better boss. There's no way we take that trial though. We're already gonna take shitloads of pyro damage with skipping the trial and the divine boons. It's just disgusting. How do I want to do this? Do I want extra draw? I don't think so. Let's just do this. So, at the very least, break the damage shield, then I'll get these bullshitters out of my deck. I'll never get to guess the correct collector on the correct floor, apparently. That drag's gonna need another time. Like I said, I don't want to drag on this floor because it just is gonna steal cultivates and then burn out. Does that kill it? It's one short. Fuck me. Guess that means we go here. Can put one of you there. Just do this for now. Taking more pyre hits, sweet. God, this champ sucks. Absolute ass. Let's get one extra. Fucking me. Okay. How did putting that in front? Shouldn't I have still got the cultivate there? I'm very confused as to why that would function that way, but whatever. Alright, this is the easiest razor sharp edge I've ever seen, though then again I have no backline clear. But guess what? No unit draft. No Merchant of Magic. Definitely no Merchant of Magic here then. Means I had to rely on hitting at these temples for the Glimmer to not be useless, but Razor Sharp Edge is just always going to be good. Probably take a Subsuming Blade. I mean, I don't really want to take a Wicklash, I suppose. I mean, I would if there's a Paraffin Enforcer. Molded. I mean, maybe with 2 Remnants, a missed unit draft, and 1 Awoken, maybe I should take stuff that's like good for a Paraffin Enforcer. The problem here is like, it's only good with Paraffin Enforcer. Like, if I get a Wickless Baron, I would rather have the Blade probably. Plus, as we said, I don't have backline clear. And if I get any of the other 4 uncommon Remnant banners, I just cry, because they're horrible. I could even lump Baron into that horrible category. I really don't feel Baron is that good. It's incredibly reliant on multi-strike. And if I'm being honest, every single Remnant unit is completely reliant on multi-strike, and not only that, but none of them benefit from any of the other upgrades. Like, elite, like, compare that to Awoken, and you know, I can definitely make use of even a large stone, but quick as well. You know, quick, large stone are absolutely fine on any of the big 3 Awokens, the Sweepers, or Animus of Will. And obviously a multi-strike still a-okay on them as well, but with the Remnant banners, it's like, it's multi-strike, that's all you can get. Because you never would want to use a large stone, and a quick basically never makes sense either unless you already have a multi-strike. Maybe just take a Subsuming Blade here. I can, this early of a blade, I can certainly get that thing going. And maybe it just becomes quite good. Yeah, like I said, quick, completely useless here. There's absolutely nothing we would ever want to put quick on here at the Remnant tier. -2 there's enticing. I also don't have any shards taken yet. So it's a large, no, it's a quick, yeah. Okay, these are not amazing. Could take a Lady of the Reformed. I could probably argue Tycoon is pretty redundant with the fun that we already have, but at the same time, at least a Tycoon I could fit on the floor behind Sentient, which this unit can't be. True, Lady of the Reformed does make these dregs a little bit better, but not into Sweet Boss or Spike's Boss, which 2 out of 3 times they're going to be. And yeah, I mean, like I said, it can't really go on the floor with Sentient. It does have better stats than Tycoon. I mean, let's say that none of the big 3 are offered at the Awoken banner. What's a realistic spread of what I might see? Like Awoken, Hollow, Thorn Hollow, Animus of Speed. Those would be the non-big 3 uncommons, or maybe some rares. Well, I can't imagine it's a Steel Singer. The other rares would be pretty sad. But I think either of the hollows I could make pretty good use out of, since I have restores. And would any of these pair, like the Tycoon, even in that case, would pair with a hollow pretty well. It's an Animus of Speed that's pretty bad with the Sentient. But any of the big 3 would be great with the Sentient. And in either case, I mean, if I get anything, I think everything I listed out is better than these, though, right? Like, even if I have to do a Thorn Hollow, even if I have to do an Animus of Speed, they're just better than these. I think I just take a Tycoon, which would pay for itself, arguably. I think we take a Tycoon. We need to beat the boss, so I need something that can actually stand on its own. Like, I can't just try to wait for a Steward. What if we get the Steward super late, too, right? I don't think I'd want to give this thing health. For now, just 10 damage is fine, right? Let's do the -2 on this. Could technically -2 that as well, because let's say, I mean, we got quite a lot of temples, and there's also 2 right around the corner. Like, it would be pretty good with the spell chain, especially if I'm not hitting this Merchant of Magic, most likely. I would have to hit a unit draft here and hit a good backliner. I mean, if I did, though, I probably would just go this route. I think we just go on the blade. And nothing else, right? Yeah. I probably should have done a removal there. I don't even fucking know if we can do this, dude. Oh my god, well, it's whatever. It's not a unit draft. I already got 29 fire health. I can't really fucking do much more. Let's kill some of these. We're only gonna kill 1 up there, so. Of course, this bitch has to get fucking sharded up. Okay, let's kill her dumbass. It's only 50 gold. Could do this, and then I get both kills. I think it's worth it. I don't know, just throw these guys away or something. didn't see which boss it was. This guy. Killing that might not be in my best interest here. Okay, it didn't change anything. We'll take it. I was thinking like the extra hit would give me cultivates that might be useful, but it turns out it just isn't needed at all. Because the cultivate is actually so weak, rank 1. I mean, truthfully, like, Cultivate Ascension does not become good until the 3rd rank, and it's not even necessarily because it's Cultivate 3, it's just there's finally a ton of hits coming in. This is an easy Razor Sharp Edge. So we take Molded or probably Wicklash if we really think we can make Paraffin Enforcer work. And we also had to just think, is it a Paraffin Enforcer anyway? Do we even want to go this route when we're getting an Awoken Banner here that almost certainly wants a steal immediately? I can just hit that Hellvent and Vortex, plus there's a Vortex here. I think we just plan on hopefully hitting on an Awoken unit here or here, and if we don't, who knows, maybe we get a Paraffin Enforcer, but I'm not going to take a Wicklash speculatively when I can't hold it over basically at all. There's just not a, until the only magic I probably hit is this one, maybe that one, but that's like past ring 6. So really it's just Dripfall here is like just kind of generally useful. Intrinsic and Spell Chain, probably not good here. Mark of a Champion, so good Ascension. Just split Anvil by default. Good thing we -2'd the Subsuming Blade. That's awesome. Super cool. I suppose we could Spell Chain a Razor Sharp Edge though, and leave it, because that actually allows me to create a 2-cost that I could then split Anvil. So that's actually probably going to happen. Okay, this is almost certainly NS of Will. I will admit, it's a little scary to take right now, without any upgrades. I can cultivate for 1. Oh, I'm gonna have to. There's just no way I don't take an Animus here. If it's a ×5, would I even want to 5 this? I'd probably just want to ×1 it, but I should do this beforehand, just in case. I think it is something I want to do. Purging it, purge a spell. I could purge the encasement, because realistically I don't, in the long run, potentially need Sentient, and I could just Endless the floor. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, if we do this, I mean, I don't have any need of it right now, so we just, maybe you can get Endless this way. And then I have the other one, in case I see it at a store. Alright, now, could also alternatively just put the, I could get a Battle Stone and the Harvest effect, put it into Animus right now. It's not the worst idea either, to be honest. I think I'd rather just probably self-infuse it though, since it's so easy to do that, which means maybe I would. I don't think I can Hellvent that. Well, we could do that at the very last one. We don't really need the extra strike for now. I don't really need 25 extra shards. I already kind of regret doing the Spell Chain play. Alright, we start with this, which is great. I'm debating giving the Wickless Tycoon back just so I could guarantee I get this turn 1, but We definitely get away with that one here. Just get these out of here. And of course, there's a fucking sweeper. Is there razor sharp edges in the stack? If so, let me know. Well, we've got a lot of gold and not a lot to do with it. That's pretty much my view on Wickless Tycoon. Well, this motherfucker gonna do quite a lot of damage. I need to keep my health above a certain amount here. I could kill this guy, I only need a bit of this health. Going up 2. I can't go down anymore. I could do this just to get some damage here. Could also stall this guy out. Don't think I want to do that, then he'd be coming in behind everybody. Yeah, I guess I just don't do this. Yeah, don't do it. A little disappointed there. That was stupid. Whatever. I don't know why I did that. Should have fucking... Boy. Ain't looking great. Needed like a big heal or something. There, we have a drip fall. This has to go here. I'm not gonna mess with it any. I'm getting my extra 5 gold, let's take it. Okay, that was pretty fucked. We make it though. Alright, recruitment almost certainly is not good. Sac res certainly not good. Rail spike is probably takeable, but honestly, I don't even know if it's that good. I could honestly see skipping here. I think rail spike doesn't always need to be taken, and I'm looking through and I'm like, I don't actually want this thing to lose Ember. A lot of the times I'm just drawing into dregs, stings, subsuming blade, like I had to pay Ember to do it. It's also just really awkward with, well, you know, with a split anvil I should probably take it. I think because I have split anvil I'll take it, but yeah. Right, we don't have to necessarily, yeah, I could just self-infuse here. Go to the steel. I think that's fine. You'd like to get the Woken Hollow going too, but Sentient and self-infused Animus of Will is just absolutely fine. And we'll do draw for sure. So now large stone becomes a lot worse. And we of course get large stone. I just won't take it. I'm just gonna go 25. Reroll for multi, but not quick. Fuck you, game. The steel probably doesn't get hit, so the steel doesn't get hit. The steel might get hit, but no sense doing a strength stone. I think just another health here is fine. Yeah. We'll just self-infuse. Get rid of this. This. Keep maybe some units if, in case it's stealth boss, because we're not really very good into that right now. And we didn't... We really don't have a good deck. I wouldn't mind doing this, but I definitely don't want to do this, because right now it's just already fine, and I am going to Hellvent this. I don't know that -2 here gets that much for us. I think since I'll take that, I'm already getting 10 from the Hellvent, so that's already 25, which is already 80 shards. And then I can take 10 and 10 wherever. If I'm gonna remove cards, what am I removing? I don't really need these dregs. They're like not very good at all in a stealth boss anyway. Just remove some of them. Need to make it through these fights and live. Yeah, I just can't take any more shards unless they're massive. Granted, the health might make me not cultivate quite a lot, but I have a lot of my scaling through Razor Sharp as well. I think armor for gold is takeable here. 55 shards isn't too bad. Then again, I just don't need the gold. That's pretty fucked up. Well, if there were ever a turn that was horrible to draw this fucking Razor Sharp, that would be it. Fuck you too, game. Fuck you too. I'll never get a collector, I guess, on this run. I don't think we'll end up needing this, right? Jesus, how the fuck are these just absolute worst things possible getting fucking sharded the fuck up? We'll find out if 15 armor would have mattered. Still not gaining much from Cultivate, so I don't need to, like, go into that too much. Can I afford to do this? Right, all three of them are dying, which means all three of them are dying, so let's just not take fire damage. Definitely the subsuming blade has been quite good. Definitely glad that we took that over whatever the fuck else it was. It's wild how the 1 damage just isn't doing anything, right? Oh look, trash. Do we take us spreading spores though? God, that would be pretty disgusting. I don't know. It's not really better than restore, is it? Just makes me hit razor sharp less often. There's just no way we take this trash. Could take 1 more blade. Is resin removal any good? Probably not. Fatal melting, maybe. We may want the fatal melting. And I do have this blade, but I would just take another blade if I'm going to take that, right? And honestly, I think I will take another blade. Useless. These are all like kind of decent. Probably just do Cheater's Hand. I don't know though, I don't really benefit that much from Cheater's Hand right now on anything, if I'm being honest. I guess every now and then I can massage a razor sharp edge, but I don't really need to do that. Especially as I start to hellvent them. Kinda leaning toward just Hell's Banners or Exploding Candle. I think I'm gonna take Hell's Banners just to help with playing out the stuff when I see it. I think the only thing right now that a Cheater's Hand would do is something that Hell's Banners would just do better, which is to help me on those turns that I draw Razor Sharp early. Even though I did just get a Hell's Banners and we're going into potentially Stealth Boss, I still think I get rid of these drags. That's just how fucking bad that card is. Worst card in the game, hands down. It is Stealth Boss. I will never, especially in this combo, do a Heaven Seal for a random artifact. Alright, we'll hold every unit we can. Pretty shite opener, though. Oh, look, another fucking collector that fucked me. Thanks, Bubba. Let's see if we can get a Hell's Banners here. We cannot. At least I got this. I mean, I shouldn't have done the Hell's Banners there anyway because it's Stealth Boss, so that's something I need to remember as well. God, these guys are pretty fucked up, aren't they? Oops, that was not what I thought it was, but you know what, I'll take it. Should get a Hell's Banners here. This is gonna be tough. I can at least eat up a decent amount of stealth here. Still gonna have 5. It's pretty fucked up. Alright, we're beating him. Can I do this? Either way, it probably didn't really change anything there, but whatever. I was gonna try to get 2 to die. Squeeze an extra 5 gold out, but it didn't matter. Now, Channel Song with Cheater's Hand would have been something. Then maybe Intrinsic it and remove every unit from the deck. But yeah, that's not going to happen, obviously. Pyrogrow is almost worth it, except I have literally no extra card draw other than my Cultivate, which, well, and the fact that I probably take 2 of these. Honestly, it would be okay. I think we'll take it. Keep in mind, it would be pretty good into Diligent. I have to imagine Immortal Entrapment's good. God, this one is just horrible. Like, what is the point of this quick and exit? I mean, I love the devs, but some of these decisions, it's just like, what? Quick and extinguish? The hell's the theme there, you know? 2 things that don't at all make sense together. Whatever, I'll take it. Well, I think we go to the right, even though this artifacts really aren't good here. But it's nothing I can do with the steel other than put Endless on something. I suppose I would take a Sinner Salve into fucking Scourge Film, as much as it pains me. I mean, I could also do Faulty Loader. Go take a Sinner Salve, because I actually do care about my fire health here. Mark of an Exile is pretty good here, but that is a Refracting Lenses, which right now doesn't really have too many hits. The Mark of an Exile is calling to me here. I'm going to take this, I think, because I actually want the Faulty Loader too. I mean, Faulty Loader into these bosses is just really good. And let's get rid of these. Don't know why I'm going there, but whatever. Should have just killed the one at the bottom. I don't know why I killed that one. Could have even used the Cultivate potentially. Oh well. Stupid move is stupid. Let's play you and then do this. The extinguish here, I guess. Sinner Salve, pretty good here, not gonna lie, pretty good here. Really trying to keep my pyre health because I foresee leaks happening in the future. How the fuck am I not? Okay, I'm like, seriously? I mean, if I can't take that floor out with that many razor sharps played, I definitely am going to be leaking on Divinity. Like, I'm pretty fucked. Save that for the boss, potentially. Still like this. Definitely the Unleash. That's a godsend here. We were looking for a big heal. That big heal is definitely something good. And I think if we just Hellvent the Razor Sharp Edge a couple more times. By couple, I mean one more time. Then we'll be good. God, I could really see Ember making sense. But, I think it's still just draw. I don't think these do that much for me in the coming fight. And I am a little low on gold. Could do a Vortex and just say fuck it. But we go left. 30 power purge. Double stack. Alright, well, we got a purge anyway. Hell's Banners is turning out to probably have been the wrong call, but whatever. Made sense to me at the time. Definitely will take a concussive pulse, though. It's worth. Double stack here is honestly okay. I think we would do that rather than roll for a 1 out of 3 a holdover. What was the other stuff here? Yeah, I'm fine with that. This is pretty good. We're just gonna have to remember I'm diligent to not fuck things up. It's 17. I have the Unleash, but I suppose I wouldn't mind tossing 10 to a restore. Now we'll see Cultivate start to put in a lot more work. I think we're just going to get our final 10 shards by getting that Razor Sharp Hellvent. Yeah. Penitent extra damage could help me scale a little bit, but it's... probably leaking here. But theoretically, between the coals, the faulty loader, and the Sinner Salve, I should have this fight pretty covered. I don't think we should put this down because I'm going to want this melee weakness to strike true. Ooh, we hit a collector. Amazing. Alright, concussive coals hits nothing useful, but we can get around that with that. Please, no more. Please. I insist. Can't unfortunately play that on anything. We're barely scraping by there. How are we so fucking weak still? I really don't want to take these hits. I don't want to take anything here. Can I hit this here and would that change anything? So 96 by 2 is 190. That would. Okay. Let's move you down. I'd probably have an argument for actually casting the Mortal Entrapment on my own guy there. But I don't think I will. We may have to go mid against Divinity. I don't know. I'm not like that confident in this deck. It doesn't really seem amazing. I'm really gonna struggle, I think, against Divinity. I'll be fine against everything else. I'm not too worried about Diligent, but Divinity. I mean, I just don't know. Awake could definitely help. Stack regen. Suppose this is alright. I mean, I guess I'm Potentially more worried about, I mean, I'm worried about mini-boss, I'm worried about waves, but I'm also worried about, like, actual relentless on Divinity. I think Crushing Demise is worth adding. Fuck, these are horrible. They're all horrible. Oh my god. Well, if I get Consume Remove, I'll do the X cost one. Currently it's just double stack though. I'm definitely hellventing that spell chained thing. Do wonder though if I should make one of them cost less. It kind of starts to make sense, I think. Let's do that. Maybe I'll hellvent that one. Don't think I like double stack. I mean, I could double stack this and bring it to a 2. I mean, against Diligent, I might need to. I think I do actually need to do this. Hold over. Could hold that one single one over. Potentially. Alright, I'm good with that. That makes my Hellvent different, I think. Not gonna take the X cost artifact then. I think I'm just gonna bring this to a 3. Let's see what the X, if I can afford the X cost, maybe I'll buy it. Okay, I can't. I could take a boon. It's probably better than purging one card. I think. I honestly don't know. I don't know what it is. We're just gonna get rid of these. So that does 60 damage. Alright then. I think I still need to Hellvent a Razor Sharp Edge to get my shards though. What's the other stuff? Yeah, I'll Hellvent this one, I guess. Alright, try not to fuck up. Burning out too many useful cards. For this fight, I think I burned this, as odd as that is. Just don't think we need it this fight. Burn this. And Cheater's Hand, by the way, is really bad and Diligent. We're not gonna get Hell's Banners here. I can save that for whatchamacallit. Okay, well, that was useless. This is why I'm like, is this fucking thing worth it? I don't know. A Concussive Coals, you know you can actually stun a Purifier once in a while? Like, have you fucking done it once? If you have, I've fucking missed it apparently. Alright, we got that on holdover. I think I would like to do this though. This floor is gonna leak. is what it is. Can't lick too much more. Burn this. Alright, concussive coals finally hit. Stack that. I don't think we'll leak any more this fight. Fuck. It is wild how much you have to fucking scale in these fights. I'm gonna have a quad striking 169 bitch. Fucking not enough apparently. I really need to get to a point where I can fucking... It's like, if I want to use this, I need to hit this here. But then I'm taking another 15 to the pyre. I want to hold that. It's probably this that needs to go. Thought about taking the purifier down, but I was like, I don't think so. Alright, we'll have our moment of truth coming up. Very worried for this. Granted, crushing demise is now... This is the fight we've taken it for, so hopefully we can have it do some work. I could see us surviving and still dying to divinity if I go top. I wonder if I need to go mid. Problem is, if I go mid... I mean, if I go mid, I do get one extra cultivate every turn. But I also just scale much less. And if I'm oh man, this is just fucking rough. I think we gotta go top. fucking way that I can't. Do we want this thing to keep hitting us? I think we do. That's a good hit. I'm waiting for Unleash to heal the Animus. I don't really need it otherwise. Do we even care to waste a drip ball on something? I don't think so. How did I draw so many cards this turn? I guess that's just how many I'm drawing every turn. Just makes it hard to play this thing out. It's the only guy I can really play it on here, unfortunately. I'm just gonna burn this out. 119 by 4. I think I just need to... I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I just die. There's just no fucking way. I have to stall here, maybe. 670. This is just fucked. $152 by 4. I only have that coming up and the holdover razor sharp. I'm guaranteed to have the subsuming blade come up, which can kill that. But it's 150, you know, say like 170 by 4. It's like 600. It should be enough, right? This guy has 100 armor, so 675. But I'll be adding stuff. We do need to keep Divinity dazed. Okay, I can add quite a lot here. But if I don't have to, it might be good to hit one of these other things. Alright, looks like I do have to, though. It is what it is, I suppose. These break points are gonna be bad. Man, 290. The motherfuckers in back are pretty fucked up. Take one of them out, and we're still fucked here. So close to being able to make a good play here. 251. I mean, if they all hit me, should bring me up to at least that I can kill one of them. That means one of them die if I do this. Right? Do this. I take this whole group out. If 3 of them hit me, I still kill this. I feel like I'm just delaying the inevitable if I drip fall this light harnesser. I should survive the hit. He'll hit me. Essentially has 78 health. He'll hit me twice for enough that I'll live. Then I should be able to kill them. Be Ember Drain to fuck here. These guys die. Let's just do that. Worst turn ever to draw that. I think we'll be good with the amount of days we've applied to Divinity. Yeah. Get fucked. Holy shit, that was pretty hard. But which is hilarious, because here's the thing. We found one of the most ideal backliners. We found razor sharp edges. We found a way to play them out pretty comfortably. That just goes to show how bad the combo is. It's fucking horrible. It wasn't even like that low roll of a run, all things considered. It could be so much worse, and it still was just awful. I think you could just run Sentient Dregs and you're more than likely to get a cursed run. All you really need to do is not find Paraffin Enforcer, or not find Frenzy Stone in a reasonable path, and not find Hallowed Halls. It's about all that needs to happen. Jesus, dude, 39. That's maybe the lowest I've ever beat Divinity with. 39k. 39.94. It's wild. I mean, I definitely could have made life easier on myself if I held out for a Frenzy Stone, but I just, looking at the map path, it didn't really make sense for me to ever really hit another Merchant of Steel up. I feel like I would be forcing it for Frenzy Stone at that point. I also can't remember if there was opportunity for me to take... I think there was... I was faced with a choice at some point of where I could have took a Woken Hollow, but I took the Animus of Will for the Self-Infusion. I definitely could have probably scaled better with like a Self-Infused... well, I don't know. I would have to waste all my Hellvents on things that weren't Razor Sharp Edges if I went that route. And I'd probably have to take a pip upgrade. I think what I did was still like sound. It just was really hard. But yeah, imagine if we didn't have Razor Sharp Edge. Like, how do you beat that? We would definitely needed to find Ensnare or... yeah, definitely like hold over Ensnare or some shit like that. There's no way otherwise. You know, we found a Crushing Demise was also really good. I gotta say, Subsuming Blade. It was a fun run, and that Subsuming Blade was pretty critical to it. It's been a while since I had a run where Subsuming Blade put in good work. Both of them are good too, even the weaker one. I don't think I regret anything I did. It's potential I didn't need the Awake. It's definitely potential I didn't need that. I think I did need the Entrapment for Divinity. I don't think I win otherwise. Yeah, that was a run. Let's see what everyone else did. Cultivate. I don't know about the Rejuvenate flex here. My thought on Explosive Sentient is I do think it's decent into Wormkin, and it's borderline okay into Stygian because you can actually scale the floor while you spam restores, but I think in the DLC world I just can't imagine Rejuvenate being worth it. Especially, I don't know what the ordering here was, like if they took it first or later. I could maybe see an argument to take it first, just because Cultivate rank 1 is so bad, and Cultivate rank... you do miss out on that rank 3 though, right? If you compare it to this, I have 160 health versus 95 health. That's quite a big difference, right? And then just getting an extra stat out of the Cultivate. Also went with a quick, it probably wouldn't have really mattered here, but like for us, for example, it would have mattered, I think, because think of, like, for instance, that one turn where I had to Subsuming Blade the tank from 290 down to 250 health or so, and I was 4 damage off from being able to kill it, but because I get hit first, I scale up from the Cultivate to kill it in one shot. But that couldn't happen when you have Quick. That's why I generally say if you're going to use the Cultivate Ascension for scaling on the floor, you really just don't want Quick. Quick is just kind of anti that. So that's pretty interesting. The Able, I feel like we're just sinking. We're sinking on a certain level, or sinking SYNC, because we did the same idea with Mold Encasement. I suppose it's just the thing that makes sense there, though, right? You're trying to get endless on it, potentially. Had the Rail Spike, did have the -2. -2 on it. Surprised their blade wasn't able to get higher. Especially with both of them being -2'd. Could be just because they have a less draw. Did have the razor sharp edge on holdover. They didn't really go nearly as hard on the razor sharp edge, though. I would worry about their ability to get through Divinity. They would really have to hit these crushing demises, which combined with the blades could certainly make you have a decent chance of doing that, but I don't know, you could draw poorly, especially with, you know, there is one less draw upgrade here. I'd have to imagine just the lack of scaling here is a big issue. You know, you have less cultivate, the cultivate hits less often, and you just have a significantly less amount of razor sharp. I mean, think about us. We had a holdover spell chained one along with 2 additional spell chained ones and a non-spell chained one. That's quite a lot. Yeah, I suppose they do have a lot more removal than us though, right? So that's definitely something. It's also probably why they weren't able to get their blades up higher, because they had this glimmer that would have took kills. It's died to waves though, so I don't know. I do feel like maybe just going a little harder on the scaling could have helped. That just kind of shows that even with all of the removal, it wasn't enough to take on the waves of Diligent. Yeah, that's rough. I would also say, doesn't seem to me like they built the deck as heavily into Split Anvil as they could have. Because, you know, you get it pretty early, but I see, like, Subsuming Blade, like, the second one has a -2 on it as well, which just isn't really necessary, and the Awake especially, I think would just be better out of 3. I mean, I don't even see, aside from this one consumable Awoken Rail Spike, I don't see any spell that costs 2 or more, so I think definitely like making, because Split Anvil is a very good artifact if you make it work, right? I mean, think about how much Ember upgrades I essentially built for myself through the use of it. So I think probably like not making use of the Split Anvil is rough here. That could have definitely helped. Less artifacts too. This artifact must have sucked. Oh wait, no, that wasn't an artifact. That was money. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. No faulty loader. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like that game breaking, but I also don't think I like the encased Ember a whole lot. Because like I said, there just isn't much general need for Ember in this combo. As I say that, it's definitely a run where we needed Ember, but that's really not that typical, I would say. Caps lock. Went down at Daedalus to the waves. Oof, 38. Oh yeah, let's see, there's 24. It's reasonable. I'm surprised though that they both took the spikes trial here with just how bad the opening deck was. That's another thing the Memorial Fund allowed me to do, is it didn't make me that desperate to like reach for gold. Like, you know, I didn't take that first boons, but also like 75 gold I didn't have to take you know, Guardian of the Light with Dregs Spike Trial. I mean, you see here it costs 38 damage. And even here it costs an extra 13 damage for 75 gold. 75 gold that, I don't know, may have been useful, may have not. I tend to think 75 usually just isn't worth it. You pay future health. I mean, here it's like, who knows, with this low of health. They're basically on 1 health here. They may have had a good deck at this point. And it looks pretty similar to what ours looked like at this point, deck-wise, right? In fact, it's about exactly the same, I would say. Other than that they didn't take the Memorial Fund. And really that's it. I mean, everything else is about the same. Like, literally the same. But the difference is they don't have any health because they took this trial. And it's possible that Abel must have started Rejuvenate, is my guess. Because I'm trying to think, like, Spike's trial with this deck, starting deck. Remember, there's no blade, there's no backline clear, there's no real damage at all. I wouldn't be surprised if Abel was able to, or was taking Rejuvenate to be able to have a better early game. The problem is the sacrifice there is the late game. You basically sacrifice the late game. Man, I gotta say though, cultivate early. I'm always surprised at just how bad it can be. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of in this run. It was a fun one. It was a very tough one. 39k. I think that's the lowest I've ever beat Divinity with. I'll take it. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.